I just played through all of Astro Bot, and I want to share my top 5 worst levels. Let's get into it. I'm Dread, and this is Solace and Dread. We produce analytical content and nuanced discussions mainly focused on gaming. So if you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing. Now, one thing to note before we get into it, I loved this game, genuinely loved this game. So these worst levels are really levels that just sort of disappointed me, let me down, something I just wanted more out of because this game was so great in other areas. So at number 5, Splashing Sprint. Arguably the hardest level because of the damn rubber duck. I passed the controller off to my husband Solace to beat. I couldn't do it, I'll admit that. And watching my husband struggle with the damn duck's inability to spray in a logical and predictable way to help keep our butts not on fire all the way to the end of the level really justified the handoff there. You'd agree with me. And why on earth, why was the tar so hindering? I don't get it. It was frustrating to watch. I'm glad I handed it off. At number 4, Wakeo Takeo. This is the second major boss in the game, and it was a letdown. It was easier, in my opinion, than the first boss, and not as cool or fun of a fight. I love octopi, but games don't seem to do that enemy type justice using the similar and predictable mechanics of fighting a giant squid or octopus. Because this game was so awesome, I just wanted something a little new and creative here. At number 3, Machine Learning. This one hurts me. This one really disappointed me. I was so excited to see Aloy and Horizons included, but after getting into the world and using the weapon, I was just let down. The bow and aiming was a bit clunky. It felt heavier than it needed to be. I wanted a bit more magic from the game, and please don't get me wrong, the ending, spectacular, like phenomenal. But I just wanted that throughout the level a little bit more. So a little letdown. At number 2, Bubbling Under. So underwater levels are notoriously not my favorite, and this one is no different, mainly because the swimming mechanic is a bit tricky to get a handle on. It's a beautiful level, sure, but getting used to getting around with the swimming mechanic just it was very hard, wasn't it? Now, before we get into my number 1 worst level, here are some dishonorable mentions. Balloon Breeze. I don't do heights, and I'm not great with making my own platforms while I'm flying in the air, or flying or falling, you know. So this was a no-go, pure stress for me kind of level. No thank you. I appreciate it, but not for me. Going Loco. So this was really cute. I never played or heard of this PSP game it was referencing, but I wanted more out of my after boss level, especially compared to all of the other after boss levels. It was kind of like I wish this was thrown in somewhere else. Frozen Meal. So similar to the water levels, but make it frozen. Ice levels suck. They are not for me. We fought a giant snowman, but it still seemed very lackluster. The ending, like right next to the ending, also had a portal just before the end, so you were already forced to go through the entire level twice to 100% it. So no thank you. At number 1, my least favorite level, the worst level in Astro Bot, Trunk of Funk. The damn elephant power-up. Listen, the tree was funky. I loved his singing, and his song of encouragement was really helpful, but the damn jumping on the platforms that you'd have to make, no, just no. This was easily the level I died on the most, just over and over and over again. Please no judgments. But something about the combination of heights, jumping, and then using a mechanic to create a platform. And forget it if your elephant ran out of the material. Like, why would you only make it have enough to make 3 and then you have to refill? Okay, sure. I'm just only in the sky. This was not it for me. Sorry, Trunk of Funk, not for me. So that was my top 5 least favorite levels. All of these are just my opinion, but I would love to hear which levels were your least favorite if you played through this game too. But that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon, and long live the Bird Kingdom.